Whether I like it or not, black churches are the center of my community. And ironically, I haven't really found a video on YouTube that does them justice. So I decided to make a two-part video series. The first part is going to be just the basics of the history of the black church and why I think that it as an institution is important. And the second part is going to be more my critiques of the church. When I was doing my research, I had to come up with a nice definition that kind of grouped all black churches together. So I came up with this one. I define black churches as individual congregations or denominations founded by black clergy or have a predominantly black membership. And from this definition, you can divide most black churches today into three categories. They could be either Methodist or Baptist or Pentecostal. Methodist churches are the oldest of these three, and most black Methodist churches are offspring of the Methodist Episcopal Church, and that was a predecessor to today's United Methodist Church. From there you have the AME Church, the African Methodist Episcopal Church, and that was the first large black Methodist church founded in 1816, and today it has about 2.5 million members. The similar AME Zion Church was founded in 1821 and has about 1.5 million members, and the younger Christian Methodist Episcopal Church, or the CME Church, was founded in 1870 and has about 850,000 members. Baptist churches are by far the largest of this group. Most black Baptist churches at one point were members of the Southern Baptist Convention, which is the largest Protestant religious body in America today, with about 16 million members. The first black Baptist convention was the National Baptist Convention USA, and that was founded in 1880, and it has about 7.5 million members today. The NBC was also the mother for other Baptist conventions, such as the National Baptist Convention of America, which has about 3.5 million members, and the Progressive National Baptist Convention, which has about 2.5 million members. Pentecostal churches are the most conservative and fundamentalist of these three groups. Most Pentecostal churches in America can somehow trace their origins to the Azusa Street Revival movement, and that was in Los Angeles between around 1906 to about 1915. The largest black Pentecostal church is the COGIC, the Church of God in Christ, and that has about 6.5 million members. You also have the Pentecostal Assemblies of the World, which has 1.5 million members. Seeing as how deep the roots of many of these churches are in the black community, it's not surprising that many religious leaders of these churches were also involved in the political world. Usually religious leaders were intermediaries, especially in the South, between white politicians and black community members who usually were disenfranchised from voting. Better yet, a number of ministers, preachers, and reverends have become politicians throughout the history of African Americans in America. A couple were elected to Congress right at the advent of Reconstruction, right after slavery was abolished, and a number have served in Congress since the Civil Rights Movement. And then here's a list of all the former or ministers and clergy that were practicing at one time. It's also hard to understand the civil rights movement without, understanding the role of black churches. These churches were not only, places to safely meet and organize, but they were also networks used to disseminate information between leaders in the movement and, normal everyday civilians. King, Abernathy, Lowry, Young, and a number of other pastors were pivotal in, the success of the civil rights movement. Churches have also been the patrons of education for black students since slavery has been abolished. A number of churches have founded colleges and universities across the United States, and today these are known as historically black colleges and universities, and many of them are still in operation today. And I'll provide a link in the sidebar to a full list of all of them that have ever operated and some of their religious affiliations. The Pew Forum does a survey of the attitudes of Americans from various religious backgrounds, and I've made a few screenshots of some questions that I thought were important to show, and I'll provide a link to that in the information bar too. This is getting a little long, so this is pretty much it, and I hope you look forward to the next video. Peace.